Good morning, good morning. It's your boy Davion Flickstar, and I'm coming back at you with another video for BMF. This is a quick review, man. We finna get right into it, man. Now, BMF, man. Let's talk about it real quick, man. This season finale was golded, man. Everything, all the loose ends were tied up. People who needed to get their water cut off got their water cut off. The storyline has just taken to new heights. I'm hyped for season 2 now. I mean, this series has been nothing short of good. Solid series. Consistent storyline. Authenticity. Excuse me, I just woke up, y'all. This season was a pretty solid season. The storyline, the story arc, and I want to talk about the cinematography throughout the season because the camera work and the camera angles have been nothing short of incredible. I mean, and then the color saturation of the series is really intriguing because it captures like the back in the day essence, you know what I'm saying? But this season finale, let's talk about the people who got their water cut off. And by the way, I don't think Lamar's dead yet. I don't think so. I mean, that's a crazy dude. Now, this video is not really a recap. This is just my overall thoughts. Now, my overall thoughts for episode 8, I thought it was a solid episode. I felt like Meech is gonna be into some new and bigger things, but it's gonna be all for the greater good because we seen the outcome, but we didn't see the pain and work that they put in, man. You know, but B Mickey did what he needed to do. I'm happy it wasn't written to where he was just punking out and just became so whipped and so in love that he couldn't pull that trigger. I know it was hard for him to pull the trigger, but he did what he had to do. Kato had to go. She was just in the way too much. Way too much in the way. She was just a whole piece of, she couldn't. I mean, I had a feeling that she was going to get out of here. I mean, at first I thought she was going to be like Dre where she couldn't be captured at all. I thought she was going to be one of the most slippery characters, but she got on out of here, shout out to Meech for putting a hot one in Lamar. I didn't expect that. I don't think Lamar's dead, and I hope they didn't just incriminate Big Meech, you know what I'm saying, because that's a body, but it is for entertainment purposes. However, I don't know. I mean, I'm just hoping they ain't tell on the boy. But now the cops, remember what I mentioned earlier last week, the cops are swarming in after Lopez's death. Did you see? I told you it was going to be a trickle effect. This series has been nothing but trickle effects. One thing leads to another. That's like a saying for me, especially when I'm talking about this series. One thing leads to another. It's an ongoing situation. So Lopez's death made the whole operation hot. People were getting knocked. People were getting locked up left and right. Not literally locked up left and right, but they getting taken in. Terry got taken in. B Mickey got taken in. Meech got taken in. They want to know what's going on with their boy Lopez. Who killed him? Who's responsible? They know they're involved, so it's no escaping that. And Brian is fed up. Brian is on his law enforcement shit. I mean, he's coming down, so there's no more favors for Meech. It's no more favors at all. So now Terry and his lawsuit settlement with the hospital, they get the money. $250,000. I mean, if that's how much. I mean, I'm not really sure. I kind of forgot the price, but I know it was a hefty bag. Of course, that came with a catch. Terry is not able to touch his money until he graduates high school and turns 18. Now, seems unfair, but it seems reasonable. I mean, what the hell does a 16-year-old kid gonna do with all of that money? Now, Not to mention that his parents are even more disappointed because they have to have his permission. But parents, when you're living with them, they're going to always have say. Let me take a water break. Need that. Anyway, so Terry is pissed off. I mean, it's like he can't win. His eye gets messed up. You mean to tell me that I can't spend none of my money? I mean, this is ridiculous, but it's understandable. Like I said, what is a kid his age gonna do with all that money? But then at the same time, a kid his age who's been hustling, that doesn't seem like no money, so he can go make it out in the streets. But it seems like Terry wants to get out the game because now you got LaWanda, his beautiful woman, giving him an ultimatum. Says she wants him out the game. He's not getting out the game, so she has to do what she has to do. She has to take the baby and get away from him because the game that he's in is dangerous. She doesn't want anything to happen to Terry, but she also doesn't want anything to happen to the baby. The baby needs to be safe. Her and the baby need to be safe. So Terry's put in an ultimatum that he either leaves the streets and leaves the game to go be with his family, or continue to be in the game and it get worse and worse. And then you're gonna have more trickle effects that I'm gonna be talking about for the next season. So Terry is left with a choice. Now, back to B. Mickey, because B. Mickey is a hell of a character, man. I like how he didn't chicken out and not do what he had to do. I mean, I feel like overall with this episode, there was a lot of loose ends that finally got tied up. No, we don't know what's gonna well, we know what to expect from the 50 boys. I mean, they're gonna become BMF as stated because they come up with a new name. They want to move like the mafia because they already move like the mafia. They want to expand. They want to take over. And when you associate yourself with the term mafia, that means serious business. But instead of just being called the mafia, why don't you call it Black Mafia? And everyone moves as a family. Everyone sticks together. We move, we eat together, we hustle together, we get money together. So you get the origin of BMF, Black Mafia family. So there's that. They've established themselves. Now Meech and them, they loading up. They strapped up. They finna take it to Lamar. They finna meet up, get it cracking. You know what I'm saying? And it came down to a showdown with Lamar and Meech that I didn't expect Meech to just pull that trigger because he doesn't seem like the shooter. He's not really a shooter unless he has to be. But even then, there's been a few situations where I expected Meech to just pull that trigger, but he wasn't. He was real hesitant because he's more about getting money. Now in this game, people get killed, but it can also be prevented if everyone just focuses on them and just get their money. But pride and ego and people want to compete with each other, it leads to guns being drawn out. But anyway, that showdown with Lamar and Kato, with her being held as a shield, you have B. Mickey and his crew come through, and Meech just drops him. He drops him. I'm not gonna lie, the dude, he ass smart. He drops him. Now I still don't think Lamar's dead. I don't think he's going that easy. But now with Kato, that scene between Kato and B. Mickey, I mean, it was kind of, I don't want to say it was sad, but it felt a bit sentimental because we all knew how B. Mickey felt about Kato. I mean, he started having flashbacks towards the end of the episode when he first seen her, and when he clapped her, you can tell that he felt like he was empty after that, but he had to do what he had to do, and then he had to put a hot one on her head. So that's unfortunate. I mean, it was a bit sad seeing that happen, but shit happens. Now Brian was on one on this episode because he wasn't playing. He came back for B Mickey and tried to take him in. He wants answers from B Mickey. So is he gonna snitch or what? Is he? I mean, is B Mickey gonna keep it real? Is he gonna, maybe he's gonna be used as a rat throughout the years? I mean, we don't know. So now I'm sorry, Meech and Terry, they go their separate ways. Well, Terry goes his separate ways because he doesn't want to be with Meech. He wants to go take care of his family. He gives the chain back to Meech, and Meech is pissed. Meech is like, what? Like, are you serious right now? Like, you really gonna give up all this? You gonna walk away from me? And then we go and flash forward to Big Meech, who's older now. And shout out to them for doing their best to make him look like Big Meech. I mean, you can either take it or leave it. You can look at him and say, this is a bad hair design. I mean, did Tyler Perry do this? Or you can just accept the fact that, damn, I mean, this is not the perfect Big Meech, but this is damn close. I mean, come on now. He doesn't look bad at all. I mean, I know the wig may be a little janky, but they got a good idea. So now seeing that Big Meech is telling his story from his perspective, his older perspective, is dope. So I'm wondering, it's left me with a few questions. Is we gonna see the storyline with young Meech in the second season, or are we gonna start with older Meech? I mean, if they take their time and tell the story, then they're gonna have a great series, man. I personally thought that season 1 was a solid season. I felt like the acting, shout out to Eric I forgot his name, but the guy who plays Lamar, I feel like he needs an Emmy because he did his thing. Everyone did his thing, did their thing, especially Lil Meech did his thing. Da Vinci did his thing. Russell Hornby, Pops, he definitely did his thing. I felt like everyone came together and they just understood the assignment. I mean, the production, the cinematography, the theme song, the music, the whole entire setting. It was just on point, man. And I look forward to season 2, man. This series is on its way to being great. I mean, when 50 said years ago that this was gonna top Power, it pretty much did, in my honest opinion. Well, that's my review. If you didn't check out BMF yet, man, get on it, man, because people are uploading their reviews and then there's a lot of spoilers, man. So get on it, man. Yeah, I got Power Book 2 Season 2 Episode 1 review coming up later on, man. So if you want to be on the lookout for that, man, check that out, man. But y'all be easy out there, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think of the episode, man. Drop your comments down below and hit that subscribe button, man. And I'm out of here. You be easy.